Coming up on this week's news, the MCS announces a major change in its standard for solar panel installations. Doctors say a boy who received an electric shock at a top private school is now fighting for his life. And we unveil the latest innovations in circuit protection. Welcome to the 150th episode of Electrical News Weekly. Whether you're listening in the van, on site or down at the wholesale counter, I'm Joe Robinson and I've been through the best of the electrical industry news to save you the trouble. And if you think you've spotted the two words that I've been challenged to slip into this week's show, comment with them below for the chance to win a prize. The Microgeneration Certification Scheme has announced that it's rewritten its standard for solar installs. The MCS says the specification now covers the kit for mounting the panels on flat roofs. This means you must use certified equipment only. Previously, electricians were permitted to rely on a special clause which allowed the use of custom-designed systems. Clause 5.5.5 allowed uncertified products provided they meet key building regulations around weather tightness, fire safety and wind resistance and were supported by written confirmation from the system designer or supplier. However, the MCS acknowledges that this will be a big change for many installers, so it says it will temporarily extend the use of clause 5.5.5 until the 10th of August 2025. Still on solar, the government is considering making PV panels compulsory on new car parks. It means that car parks for supermarkets, offices, factories and the like will be required to have canopies covering the vehicles. They will also be encouraged to have EV charging. The Department for Energy Security and Net Zero says the plan has been successful in France. The consultation follows last week's announcement that solar panels are set to become compulsory on new homes in England from 2027. Pub chain Marston's isn't waiting for any laws though. It says it's putting sparkly PV on the rooftops of 120 of its boozers across the country. The rollout of the tech is costing over £5 million. Each install is expected to provide a fifth of the power of each pub. The company already has the biggest EV rapid charging network in the hospitality industry. Meanwhile, in Germany, beers were no doubt toasted to the news for the first time. Householders were paid to take electricity. An unusual combination of strong sunshine and stiff winds meant that both PV systems and wind turbines were operating at full capacity. There was so much power that the wholesale price of a megawatt hour fell below zero to minus €250. At the peak, customers with dynamic tariffs were earning 10p for consuming energy. The next day, sadly, the wind dropped, the sun went in, and a kilowatt hour was back up to 30p. Now, are you going to be there? With over 100 of the top electrical brands appearing, it's the biggest event in the UK electrical calendar, so big in fact that it happens only once every 2 years, and the countdown is on to the doors opening in 2025. Yes, we're talking about CEF Live, which is taking place at the NEC on June the 5th and the 6th. It's such a huge event that we're running an entire special feature next week on some of the big names that you can track down and say hello to. But just to whet your appetite, this week we wanted to let you know that Lewden Palazzoli will be there. They've been innovating like crazy over the last 12 months and have a whole raft of new and updated products that they'll be showing off, along with some fun and games as well. Last time they had a competition to guess how many sparky Lewdens were in a feeder pillar and a race to see who could connect up their range of industrial plug sockets and connectors, so they're sure to have something fun planned. Make sure you add them to your itinerary. In other news, one of the 3 school pupils who received an electric shock at a public school in Somerset last week is said to be fighting for his life. We reported how the boys aged between 13 and 14 were rushed to hospital after apparently coming into contact with an overhead cable at the £58,000 a year Millfield School near Glastonbury. All 3 boys required surgery, but one 14-year-old Chase Allen is in a serious condition, say doctors. Allen has damage to his internal organs and burns so severe that surgeons remain uncertain whether they will be able to save his feet. A GoFundMe page set up for his medical needs has raised more than £60,000. Millfield School has been referred to the Health and Safety Executive, and it says it's working with the authorities to investigate how the accident occurred. A survey has revealed the 3 biggest issues keeping tradespeople in the UK awake at night. Researchers working for digital insurance broker Superscript say the top worrying headbangers are cash flow, stolen tools and soaring material costs. Over half of respondents say it would cost them over £2,000 to replace their tools. For nearly 1 in 4, this estimate increases to over £4,000. Another pressing issue tradespeople highlighted was the challenge of securing regular work, with a quarter saying it's their number 1 challenge. In product news, ChargeMate has appointed Kelvelec as a distributor of its Libra dynamic load balancing device. Instead of allocating a set amount of power to a building's EV chargers, Libra cleverly allows you to use any available power when it's running below its maximum use. It also features out-of-the-box integration with Tap Electric, as well as integration with sub-zone load management and individual phase monitoring. It talks to the outside world via 4G, Ethernet and Wi-Fi. You commission simply via the touchscreen. We're delighted to say that ChargeMate's founder Julian Smith will be joining us on next week's live stream, so if you've got any questions about the Libra or EV charging, or indeed anything else at all, join us on Wednesday the 28th of May from 8 p.m. It promises to be a really fascinating show. Now, welcome to our Electrical News Weekly feature where we focus on a specific product area. This week we're making a racket about protection. Circuit protection, that is. Hager says its Type B HP RCDs are specially designed to handle the high-frequency residual currents found in heat pumps. Its device provides protection against currents over 20 kHz, ensuring a minimum tripping threshold of 150 mA for frequencies above 1 kHz. This is far beyond the capabilities of standard Type B devices. It can also tolerate DC currents without becoming magnetised and compromising its functionality. The company emphasises that Type B Plus devices are not recognised under BS 7671. Last week, Hager gang members Paul Chafers, Paul Collins and angry plumber Paul Spence appeared on eFix TV to discuss this very subject, and I learnt a lot from being on that show. If you're involved in the installation of heat pumps or looking to get into it, you need to watch that episode. It's really important. I'll leave a link to it in the show notes. A big congratulations to Chint Shield. The company's power distribution kit was chosen by Sweco for the landmark Kidbrooke Village development in southeast London. The £1 billion residential development is being built by the Barclay Group. Chint Shield supplied its panels and distribution boards to Wilton Electrics, which is doing the install. The circuit protection range is developed and made in the UK and independently certified to EN 61439-2. It's suitable for both main incoming boards and sub-distribution networks. Deta Electrical has announced that it's extended its Protect Plus range with consumer units designed to support air source heat pumps. The boards incorporate Type B RCDs and Type B HP RCDs suitable for valent heat pumps. The latter require enhanced characteristics of 20 kHz or greater with a minimum tripping point of 150 mA above 1 kHz. Devices include bidirectional switched neutral RCBOs, RCDs, MCBs and AFDD RCBOs. All enclosures are pre-fitted with Type 2 surge protection devices and boast lockable visors and floating buzz bars. And speaking of surge protection devices, UK electrical distributor Switchtec says it's now supplying the new DPVN from French brand Citel. The DPVN is aimed at solar installs and is designed to protect the panels from lightning and grid surges. The company says it takes surge protection to the next level because it has Citel's central thermal control built into it. This patented technology makes the devices slimmer, faster and safer than their predecessors and competitors. The DPVN is compliant with the International Standard for Solar SPDs, IEC 61643-31, and the US standard UL 1449. While we're on lightning protection, ABB is investing around £27 million in a cutting-edge manufacturing and R&D facility in Nottingham, UK, set to open in early 2025. This new plant will boost production of FIRS earthing and lightning protection solutions, which are used in over 20 countries. The 9,500 square metre site will feature advanced automation, sustainable design aligned with BREEAM excellent standards, and will relocate more than 100 employees from the historic Nottingham foundry. This move underscores ABB's commitment to innovation, sustainability and the local community. CED Electrical Group has unveiled the all-new Volt range of consumer units under the Axiom brand. The boards feature built-in SPDs, so you don't need a separate MCB. There are full blanks, so there's no more fiddly plastic covers. A central keyhole allows hands-free mounting. There's lashings of wiring space, large captive terminals, and a removable terminal cover. And of course, a detail we love, an integrated spirit level. To celebrate the launch, we have an eFix special early bird promo. If you buy 6 boards, you'll get the lowest one cost-free. Each board also has a chance for you to win up to £500 in the brand's Volt Heist. It's like a Wonka golden ticket, but each ticket has a unique code, and there's no rivers of chocolate or huge sticks of curly rock. Sorry about that. The link to the promo, as always, is in the show notes. Lewden's Pro consumer unit comes with the company's own Type 2 surge protection device, the SRG T2B. This is suitable for TNCS, TNS or TT network systems. It features integrated remote signalling, which includes a Volt 3 changeover contact connected via a green 3-pin plug. This allows for convenient remote signalling of surge protection status. Status indicators include a black flag to indicate that the SPD is operational and a red flag to signal the end of life. The company's consumer units also come with a free accessory pack. This includes a mains tail clamp, a rear entry cable grommet, and a DIN rail modular blank. As we said earlier, you'll be able to see the full Lewden range at CEF Live on the 5th and 6th at the National Exhibition Centre. Sticking with the theme of circuit protection, our question of the week this week was taken from the free training package on electrical design we created with the good folks at Luceco Group. We asked in Appendix 4 of BS 7671, what is the percentage voltage drop for a hands-on lighting circuit in an LV installation supplied from a public low-voltage system? The answer is, of course, 5%. 7 out of 10 LinkedIners got it right, but only half of YouTubers. Yet another win for Team Blue. Don't forget to go and check out that free training package and its predecessor on electrical design to further your knowledge and get yourself a certificate. That's our Electrical News Weekly roundup of products or people we think deserve some attention. Next week, we're going green with sustainability. A reminder that you still have time to enter the draw for tickets to see Oasis in NVC Lighting's current promo. The brand is offering 4 tickets for Wembley in July, plus travel and accommodation. The campaign, which runs until the end of May, rewards you for your purchases. For spends of £250, you get a £5 Greggs voucher. For £400, it's a £10 voucher. There's also 15 prizes a month in Amazon vouchers. All entries go into the draw for the Oasis tickets. I've put a link to the competition in the show notes. Also ongoing is Robus's Big Ticket promotion, where you've got a chance to join the company and eFix on an unforgettable trip to Dublin. We'll visit Robus HQ for a sneak peek at their latest lighting innovations, followed by a trip to the iconic Guinness brewery. It would be rude not to. If you missed out last time, now's your chance to get involved. Just click the link I've put in the show notes, answer a few questions based on a recent Robus video, and you could soon be packing your bag for Ireland. The winner will be announced live on the Robus stand at CEF Live in June. And finally, a shout out to Hochiki Europe. The emergency lighting maker has given 35 coveted tickets to a Gillingham FC home game to the local Medway Soccer Academy. The academy is a grassroots initiative providing affordable football training to local children. It emerged as the winners of a special Hochiki competition. The academy allows kids to play for just £4. What a great idea. Before we go, a reminder that eFix will be out in the wild next month. Various members of the team will be at the CEF Live show in June. We're on the Robus stand on Thursday the 5th of June and the Marshall Toughlex stand on Friday the 6th of June, and we'll be in our distinctive red polo shirts, so come up and say hello. And our usual reminder that we're in the market for your stories, your projects and your recommendations, as we'd like to share them with the wider eFix community. Over the next few weeks we'll be featuring sustainability, fire safety and security and HVAC, so send us pictures of your installs or let us know if you've come across any new kit or companies that are making your job easier, or any products that you think deserve a shout out. And just before we get to your favourite bit of the show where I reveal last week's challenge words and winners, we want to thank our premium partners. We couldn't make the news without you. First up, they're the people who've created the Swiss Army knife of solar inverters along with all weather batteries. Very much the Boy Scouts of the solar industry, it's Sunsync. Doubling down on terminal screws in their top quality circuit protection product and building innovative isolating units with built-in surge protection, it's Whitecliffe Electrical Distribution. Next, with deep commitments to the economy, the environment and the electrical community, they're so much more than an electrical distributor. The self-styled experts in shifting boxes, it's Niglon. And empowering their customers to harness power through light with their intelligent energy solutions, solar technology and advanced lighting systems, it's Ledvance. And now suspend your disbelief like you suspend a cable tray. If you need to get any piece of building services equipment into the air and keep it there, then check out ZipClip. With their new award-winning Lumo consumer unit and offering complete product support from their highly trained team, it's CPN QDIS. And with over 5,000 lines from heating, lighting, ventilation to wiring accessories, if you need it, they've got it. It's electrical distributor CED Group. Don't forget to use the code EFIX30 to claim your 30% discount on top quality light fittings from Philips and EcoLink. Download the Lumexpert app today and make your life easier and less expensive. It's the light of our lives, Signify. And the best thing to come out of Yorkshire since stainless steel, the home of EV Ultra and other groundbreaking and quality products, it's Doncaster Cables. Click the links in the show notes to find out more about these great brands. If you think you know the words that I've smuggled into this week's show, pop your guess into the comments. We'll take all the correct guesses and select one at random to be the winner of an eFix goodie bag prize. Answers submitted after about lunchtime on the Thursday after release will not be entered into the draw. Now let's reveal the winners of last week's challenge word competition. Last week's words were procrastination and wriggly, and the winner to be plucked from our electronic hat was Dan Gruner5926, who actually wrote wrinkly. However, I gave him the benefit of the doubt as I suspect he was done over by autocorrect there. So well done to you, Dan. Make sure you click the Get Involved link in the show notes to claim your prize. And if anyone objects to this decision, please write down your complaint, nail it to a frisbee and fling it over a rainbow. Thanks for listening to this episode of Electrical News Weekly. Make sure you subscribe to receive the next update. Thanks for listening, and until next time, have a great week. Stay safe out there, and remember, there's no such thing as a torque calibrated arm.